Now this is the smaller end of this screw. This thing is tapered. It's big here and a little there. And I'm going to drill the hole all the way through with this, and then I'll enlarge it. And this line is my guideline. See, I can see that thing's aimed right at my face. All I got to do is line this up with this drill shank, and I'm going the right direction. I'm going to go about halfway down the depth of this. Something like that. Again, I've got this comfortably lined up to where it hits me in the nose. I actually drilled further than what I thought this way, and I came to within a 1/16 of an inch of that and nailed it. Now I'm going to take the big drill. It's a 32nd bigger, and I'm going to go about halfway down it with this big size and just clean it out. Now I'm going to take a file. This is a 5/32 round chainsaw file, and just clean that up. The bolt has clearance to pass in there. It tightens up. The taper of it tightens up right about there. So if it connects on that end, it's a woohoo moment, people. It starts in well enough. It's getting some resistance. From this end, it goes in and it tapers into a tight place. Looking at it from here, it looks like it's coming up and going to meet that hole. It looks like it. But what I got to do is try to get that thing screwed in, and me looking at it, and that's hard to do. I think what I'm going to do is put some pressure here to here to keep this actually together, and then I'm going to screw that in from here and see how close it comes, because it's too far away for me to tell for sure. I think I need to make that hole bigger on the other end. It's really tight, really tight. It's also not quite centered up. It's just a fuzz, just a little, I'm talking a blonde fuzz. That thing needs to come this way. That hole needs to come over just a little bit. I can do that with a file. I believe it caught those threads. For drilling a hole and one adjustment, I am ecstatic. Sometimes it takes more than that. And if this bolt bottoms out and that thing is the right thickness from top to the bottom, I may nominate myself for sainthood. My wood is good here. The metal is a teeny bit below the wood where I got some wood to trim off. Just a teeny bit. I don't have this front screw in yet, and that'll take that down 25 thousandths tighter. And that screw is within about a half a thread of being flush right there. And the wood is good on top. That's the screw we're talking about, and it is about a half a thread recessed right there. So it could go another half a turn, and I might trim it in the long run. It may get trimmed a little bit to make anything that's inside here that's touching hard and I see black marks, I may trim just a little bit and get it a little bit tighter. But I got to put this front screw in, and that's going to bring this down even tighter. See, that right there is maybe 25 thousandths. Well, I missed being St. Ron by half a thread. Likely story. This is aluminum, by the way. That's aluminum tapping block. So that should leave me even a few more marks. My safety works. It is on safety, so the triggers have no play. It's off safety. If I pull these triggers, those hammers are going to trip. And we'll have to put that barrel back on to recock them. You have to have the hammers back. It has to be cocked to get it apart. Otherwise, it just won't come apart. My caulking levers are good. Eventually, I'm going to have to stick that barrel on there and make sure everything functions. The hammers fly, everything. But I think I'm going to take it apart again and see if there's anything where I can make up that half a thread. If there is, and what I'll also do right now before I even do that is trim this wood down, because this wood is very proud everywhere. It's in rough out shape. And I'm going to go ahead and peel a bunch of this wood off of here. It gives me enough room to sand off whatever I need to sand off. I'm going to bed this thing in epoxy